Hello and welcome to another Let's Play Pokemon TCG Online. I'm Daniel, one of the hosts on the Reasons I'm Broke podcast, found right here on YouTube, as well as iTunes, Stitcher, and pretty much any podcatcher that you can think of. So we're going to switch on over back to our mill deck. As I promised before, we're going to do the Bunnelby deck, and then we're going to do Gengar. So that essentially switches it up between standard and expanded format. So we're going to go straight into standard, see if we see any of the new XY breakthrough cards. This opponent uses Psychic types, and the opponent is Joeg0511. And let's see, looks like they're going to go first, hopefully. Yep, awesome. So here we go. We start off with nothing. A lot of mills with this deck. That's kind of the point on this one. So let's see, new hand. Still no Bunnelby. Shuffle right back. A lot of mulligan, I should say. And still no Bunnelby, so right back in. I want to say that's the third time. Here we go, we got one this time. We got two of them. Awesome. So we're going to choose either one, does not matter. And we'll put down another Bunnelby. Looks like that is everything. So 1 versus 2. We do have a Crushing Hammer and a Lucky Helmet. And no energies though. Let's see what we can draw up. And hopefully they draw up a bunch of extras from all of those mulligans, which will get their deck down a little bit more. As I've said before, I don't actually win too often with the mill deck, but when I do, it is really funny, and especially for a lot of the viewers out there, they really enjoy when that happens, because unfortunately a lot of people get really frustrated at mill decks, so that's one of those side effects of using one of these mill decks, is people get really upset. So they cannot attack first. They're going to go with Dimension Valley on that. Let's see if we draw up anything, any energies, or maybe Team Flare Grunt. So it looks like they know what we're doing, so they went ahead and did a Professor Birch. So they end up drawing 7. There's an unknown, which will go away, and they'll draw up another one. And an Acro Bike. Still don't know what kind of deck they have. Let's see. Alright, looks like there we go. So we got some Gallades out there. We've got Gallade EX, which is going to let them search for more Pokemon, which is going to be another Gallade and a Mega Gallade. The Dimension Valley here is going to help them out with the energies if I try to bring them down on that. Alright, looks like it's our turn. We've got a Crushing Hammer, which I'm going to save. Let's go ahead and try to get attacked. We don't have any energy, so that's all we can do. There's a special energy onto the Gallade EX. There's a Mega Evolution right there. Onto the Mega Gallade. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it for 110. They're going to go ahead and discard the Unknown for an extra card. And with the Gallade out there, they will be able to attack. You may have your opponent switch his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon for 30. And they've got an energy retrieval that they're going to use for, I think, yeah, it was just the one, right? Yeah. Haven't seen them discard anymore. Oh, there's another one right there. And there's a Swift Lunge, 30 damage. And we will draw up 2. There we go. Alright, so let's have them switch also. So a Lucky Helmet onto this Bunnelby. Let's do an Escape Rope. Waiting on them to make that decision to see who they end up bringing out. So I'm essentially trying to slow them down at this point. So let's go ahead and feed the Bunnelby that we have out there. And we do have an Enhanced Hammer that we could use. Let's go ahead and save it. And let's burrow, discard the top 2 cards finally. So we've got a Great Ball we got rid of, and hopefully an energy. Double colorless energy, awesome. So they're going to feed the Mega Gallade, which gives them the free retreat cost with that special energy, and they're going to switch on over to the regular Gallade EX. And that should be another 30 damage and a knockout. First they're going to do a Level Ball and see what they pull out of there. It looks like a Jinx. Let's see what that does once they put her out. Once they're in your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may heal 10 damage from your active Pokemon. Not a big deal. We actually don't do any damage with this deck. So they're going to knock us out. We get 2 more cards. We get a revive. Awesome. We do need some energies, though. Let's see what we draw up. An enhanced hammer. Alright, well, let's go ahead and use that. Get rid of that special energy. Let's trick shovel. Their deck, for sure. We got rid of a Pokemon Center Lady. Revive. Get that Bunnelby right back, because we're down to 1 Pokemon. We don't want to lose quite yet. And might as well energy retrieval, because we have nothing else. And feed the Bunnelby and start discarding. So we haven't gotten any supporter cards yet. No Professor Birch or any Team Flare Grunts yet. So hopefully we start drawing those up soon. We're down to 40 cards in our deck. We got rid of a Dimension Valley and what was the other one? Level Ball. So they're down to 28. They're going to drop another one with the unknown. 2 of them. Please, draw. So there's 1. Let's see if they activate the other one. There it is. Another farewell letter. Brings them down to 26 cards in their deck. And they're going to feed the Gallade EX another energy. So another 30 damage onto the Bunnelby. We end up drawing 2, but we do take 30 damage. And they are going to have a switch with the other Bunnelby without any energies on it. So at least we do end up drawing 1, so we can power up this guy. So let's go ahead and feed him. Let's try for the Crushing Hammer. Does not work. Let's try another one. And that one works this time. So there goes that. Let's try Roller Skates. And does not work. Oof. No luck here. So discard a Jinx on their end. And what else? And a double colorless energy. Another one. Although that's not really helping them too much. It's not making too much of a difference. So we really want to go after the Psychic cards that they end up having in their deck. They're down to 23 cards. We're down to 37. If I do get a Lysander, I may pull out the Hoopa EX that's out there, because that does take 2 retreat costs. And the Jinx only takes the 1. So there's another Swift Lunge for 30 damage. And they will have a switch, I believe. They may keep us out there. So unfortunately, we're not getting their deck down quick enough. Not as quick as I wanted. And we did get a Bunnelby out of that. Alright, so, we do get the Enhanced Hammer. Let's go ahead and Team Flare Grunt. Get rid of that Psychic Energy on him. Finish that up. And start digging some more. So we get rid of a Heart Charm and... Come on, energy, energy, energy. Alright, well, we do get rid of a Steven. Let's see here. Search your deck for a supporter card and a basic energy card. Reveal them and put them into your hand. So they've got 6 cards in their hand. Let's see if any of them are Psychic Energies. Hopefully they're not. They ended up feeding the Mega Gallade EX anyway, so it sounds like the plan is to switch on over to that one. So I may actually end up using my Enhanced Hammer. So there's the Professor Birch. Let's see if they draw up 7. They do not. They just draw up 4. And that is it. Looks like it's our turn. Lysander, beautiful. Do I want to use that yet, though? Let's get rid of that special energy out there. So there goes that. Slow them down a little bit. And we got rid of another special energy from the top of their deck. And a Professor's Letter. So they're down to 18 cards after this draw. There's a little bit of a chance here, Brocats. We might pull it off. I've got a Lysander I haven't used yet because I don't know if they have like an escape rope or a switch that they were planning on using with the Mega Gallade EX. So at that point I could always switch on over to the Hoopa and drag that out. Alright, so what do we have? We have another energy. Let's go ahead and use that. I'll save the Versus Seeker and we'll keep digging. So there goes a... What was that? Sycamore? No. Definitely not Sycamore. Oh yeah, there we go. Discard your hand and draw 7. And there's an evolution. Who do they have? Got a Golurk. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it is a Psychic and Fighting type. Doesn't affect us any. They're pretty expensive though. You may do 40 more damage if you do this Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. Maybe I'll drag out the Golurk instead. Because I don't know what ability... Oh, here we go. Prevent all effects of abilities done to this Pokemon from attacks, it looks like. So let's drag out the other Bunnelby that already has 30 on it. See, sometimes it has you drag it, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, so they get a prize card out of that. Let's draw up our card. They're down to 15 cards in their deck. So let's do the Trainer's Mail. What do we have here? We've got a Revive. Perfect. Let's use that. And Level Ball, see if we have any more Bunnelbys in our deck. And yeah, we got one more. So none of them ended up in the prizes, which is awesome. So let's put that one out. Let's go ahead and revive the other one. There it is. And Roller Skates. See if it works. Does not, of course. Of course it doesn't. Alright, so Team Flare Grunt. And what do I want to use? I want to drag out the Hoopa now. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to this Pokemon. Yeah, let's go ahead and drag out the Golurk. And start digging. I only chose the Golurk because I had 4, what's it called? 4 retreat cost. And the Hoopa only has 3, I believe. 2, so... 1 double colorless energy away from being able to retreat and start attacking again. So we're going to drag out one of our other Bunnelbys, probably one of the ones without an energy. There it is. And let's see if they end up feeding anyone. Nope, looks like that's all. Did we draw up a card? Alright, so that might help us. The Trainer's Mail. Team Flare Grunt, Enhanced Hammer. Doesn't really matter. I guess I'll just get the Team Flare Grunt. And unfortunately, I do have to end my turn, so that is everything. Like I said in the last video, with the new animations and without letting you skip out on all of them, these matches do go on a little bit longer. Actually, probably a lot longer, but they are kind of cool. And they said that they are going to do an update where will give you the option to disable any of these animations. So they're going to go ahead and draw up 4 from the Professor Birch. There's an energy retrieval, so that'll get them some more. So there's an energy card right there. And another one. So who will they feed? Are they going to try to retreat? There's another Jinx. Or are they going to put it on... Oh, no, that's it. All right. So what do we draw? Lucky Helmet. We'll put that on Bunnelby. And we'll end our turn. No energies. We can't do it. Which was pretty bad. So it was smart on their end to do the Lysander because that does get them... does buy them a lot of time to try to draw up a switch or an escape rope, whatever they're trying to get. Meanwhile, we're trying to get energies. I don't think we've even discarded any, so maybe a bunch... Okay, so we've got 1 in our discard pile, but maybe a bunch ended up in our prizes. Who knows? There's only 7 energies in this deck, so we've already got 3 accounted for. The rest could be in our deck or they could be in our prizes, so there's really no telling. So they're going to feed the Golurk. And that should be everything. So I'm going to use a Team Flare Grunt. That doesn't help me, the Level Ball. So there it is. We'll discard that energy. And that is another turn at least. 1 turn closer to winning. If we can get them down to underneath 4 turns, then they would have to knock out multiple Pokemon to try to win, which their Pokemon can do, especially the Gallade. So it's not like we're completely safe at that point. So they're going to feed the Golurk once again, and we're going to try to discard. They're going to get Professor's Letter, see if they have any more energies. There's 1 right there. 1. So it looks like they only had that 1 energy left in their deck. And that will end their turn, so it's ours. There we go, Professor's Letter. Beautiful. And that's all we have in ours, too. Just 2 energies left. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 of them are in our prizes, which we're never going to see because we're not going to knock out any Pokemon. So there's another Team Flare Grunt that we're going to use on the Golurk. There goes that. And we're going to dig. So there's 1. We got rid of a Hoopa. And it doesn't really matter to see what they have. Hopefully they don't have a Professor Birch, which may buy them a little bit more time. At least one turn. So they're going to feed the Golurk once again. There's the Versus Seeker, so they're probably going to go with the Lysander. No, there's a Professor Birch. Let's see if they use it. They will. So if they end up drawing everything, that will be game, actually. Yeah, looks like that is everything. We just end our turn, and that'll be it, unless he's going to play something that shuffles cards back. That's it. Good game. Nicely played. He was not mad. He was happy. Let's see if I can respond to it. Thanks. Good game. And that is it. End turn. And there's the victory, Brokeheads. It was a little bit tougher, but we did pull it off. So it looks like we do have time for one more game here, and then we'll open up some booster packs. So 5 coins out of that, and 3 as well. And that will get us a little bit closer, higher up on the versus ladder. And there we go, we completed one. With 130 energies, let's see what we end up getting. It's Timber, Girder, and Conqueror. And a little bit closer to another Ancient Origins booster pack, which again, we will be opening one up after. We will be opening up 3 of them after this match. So next opponent in our standard format, using the mill deck, Bunnelby pulled off the win. Let's see if we can pull off one more before we end the video. So next opponent is TMag88, who uses Dark and Psychic types. So they're going to call the coin flip, see what they get. And hopefully they choose to go first. Awesome. So I do want to remind everyone to click on the Reasons I'm Broke logo at the top right-hand corner of the screen. That will subscribe you to the channel, which will get you future Let's Plays, as well as the regular podcast that Kelly and I do every single week. Those release on Sundays at noon Eastern Time, where we cover comics, movies, TV, video games, and more. You can also head on over to nerdupmedia.com, where you can find the link to everywhere you can find us, actually. So that includes Twitter, Tumblr, Stitcher, iTunes. And once you click on those, you can subscribe there. You can check out the podcast there, download it through your mobile app, whatever phone you may have. And also you can follow us on all of those social media networks. So that's where I post up pictures, different pictures of Pokemon cards, and especially comic stuff, because that does go well with the podcast. While you're at nerdupmedia.com, there are other shows on there, other podcasts like Those Two Jerks, and Let's Plays like the Lazy Gaming Guys. The Lazy Gaming Guys actually have a little widget or channel logo right here on the right-hand side that you can actually click on, and that'll take you straight to their channel. So it makes it a little bit easier on you. So they will draw up all those extra cards from all the mulligans we did, which brings them down to 41 cards in their deck. So they've got a Sandile that they're going to put out, and I think they attached, I didn't see that, maybe it was a Lucky Helmet. So we're going to feed the Bunnelby. We're going to save the Crushing Hammer. What did they put down? A color? What was it? Dark? Just a regular dark energy? No, that was a dangerous energy. All right. So maybe we'll draw up an enhanced hammer. So let's go ahead and start digging first. So there goes 1. And let's see what else they have. So 2 Pokemon, 2 basic Pokemon that we got rid of. Would always prefer it to be energy cards, because as you saw in the last match, if they don't have energies, that is it. So we've got a Dimension Valley that they're going to put out. They're going to evolve into the Krokorok. Crunch does 20 damage, flip a coin of heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. They're going to do Tierno and draw up 3 more. Let's see what that gets them. A double colorless energy, so they will do some damage to us this turn. So there it is, 20 damage. And Tails, awesome. I did not need to lose that one. Another Revive, don't need them now. Definitely don't. So we do get a heads. So let's get rid of that. And I'm going to have to... No, I'm going to wait. I'll save it. So let's go ahead and dig some more. So I do want to use that Team Flare Grunt eventually. There's an energy, and what else? One more energy? No. So it ends up being another Pokemon. That's alright. So they're going to draw up, brings them down to 32 cards in their deck. So what else they'll use? They put down a Dark Energy card, which won't be able to do anything. Lucky Helmet, beautiful. I'll definitely put that down. Let's use the Team Flare Grunt, get rid of that energy on their Krokorok. Slows them down a little bit, at least buys us another turn before they can attack, assuming they don't end up drawing up a double colorless energy. So we get rid of a Psychic type of energy, and what else? Alright, and the Pokemon Fan Club, which would have gotten them more basic Pokemon. Definitely don't mind them getting that, but they end up feeding a Dark Energy onto the Gallade EX. There's an escape rope right there. So they're going to force us to switch onto the other Bunnelby, and they're going to be able to attack now. With the Dangerous Energy, that should be a knockout. They're going to use the Lysander to bring back the other Bunnelby with an energy, so they're definitely going to go for the knockout here. Evil Ball does 80 damage. We draw up 2, but that doesn't help us. Alright, so there's a Bunnelby, the last one we have. This might be it, Brokehead. So we end up drawing a Lysander. Alright, so maybe not. 2 more cards there. Let's do a Revive. Bring back the Bunnelby from the discard pile. And I'm going to drag out the Krokorok. There we go. We'll do the Trick Shovel. Their deck, definitely. Got rid of a Wally, and can we attach an energy? Yes, we can, so let's do that. Fighting Energy onto the Bunnelby, and we'll dig. So there goes a Professor's Letter, and another Pokemon, so definitely looking to get energies, but that Professor's Letter is awesome, so that prevents them from getting more energy cards in their hand. So they're going to feed the Krokorok, and that should be everything. There's a Muscle Band right there that they're going to attach onto the Yveltal, so that's going to do even more damage if they get an escape rope out of it. We do end up getting Lysander. Could be useful, but then they can start attacking with the Gengar. So let's go ahead and do a Professor Birch. There's a head, so we end up drawing 7. Increases our chances here of getting some more stuff. Alright, way more to work with here. So Lucky Helmet onto the Bunnelby that we have out there with an energy. We're going to use up 2 of the Trick Shovels. So we get rid of Dark Energy right there. Another Trick Shovel. Let's definitely use it. What is it? What is it? Another energy, a Psychic type. And we'll get 2 more. Another Dark Energy. Get rid of their energies, all of them. This strategy are very poor, he says. Oh, man. Love it. I love it. This deck gets them to comment. I don't care if it's good or bad. It gets them talking. The strategy are very poor, Brokettes. Which we may end up losing, but I'm having a blast. So Tails on their end. We get another Revive. So let's go ahead and Tierno up for 3 more. Lysander, Crushing Hammer. Definitely use that. Tails. So I'm actually going to try to get the Team Flare Grunt, so at least it'll slow them down next turn. And we don't have any energies down. Oh wait, Energy Retrieval. How many do I have on the discard pile? You know what, I want to definitely attack this turn, so let's go ahead and use it. Alright, and we'll feed the Bunnelby and start digging. So what do we have here? Double Colorless Energy that we did get rid of, which is awesome. And what else? And a Pokemon Center Lady. Brings them down to 17 cards. So we're getting down there, but they're still able to attack. That's the only thing. Which they will do another 20 damage, and they get ahead, so that gets rid of our energy card. Alright, so in that case, let's try to do the roller skates. Does not work. Team Flare Grunt, get rid of that energy out there. And I'll hold off on using the Tierno for next turn. I kind of have to, but I wanted to take my chances and see if they had 1 less energy card. The Krokorok is the one that I want out there right now because it does take 2 energies, whereas the Gallade EX will take none because of Dimension Valley, so they can do Night Attack. The Yveltal EX is already built up. We do have a Wobbuffet out there that I can drag out, which I may actually end up doing. We've got the Team Flare Grunt or I'm sorry, the Head Ringer. I'll put it down on the Gallade EX. Wobbuffet, as long as this Pokemon is active, Pokemon this card has no abilities. That's going to disable me, isn't it? Garage. No, that's a different kind of ability. What else do we have here? We've got Stadium card in play. This Pokemon has no retreat cost, so we definitely don't want to drag that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Tierno, try to draw up 3 more. There's an energy right there. Got an Enhanced Hammer, which I may use. I'll go ahead and save that just in case. And we're going to start digging some more. So there we go. We get rid of a Lucky Helmet. And Pokemon, which they could have. They're down to 10 cards. They're going to feed the Krokorok another energy card, which will knock out the Bunnelby. So there it is. There's a knockout. They end up getting the heads, which doesn't matter. We're going to put out the Bunnelby with the Lucky Helmet on it. They're down to 4 prize cards and also 10 cards in their deck. So let's go ahead and revive. Bring back that Bunnelby. And I will actually drag out the Wobbuffet. So there we go. I'll save that Versus Seeker in case we need to do another Team Flare Grunt, and we're going to start digging some more. So we don't have any abilities. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, definitely so. I thought the Barrage might have been an ability, which would have been disabled by the Wobbuffet. But since none of our Pokemon have abilities, that doesn't affect us at all. And now it's buying us a little bit more time. So I'm glad I did save the Versus Seeker, because now I can at least discard that so they won't be able to try to retreat next turn. So they get ahead, so they get rid of our energy card, so we won't be able to do the Burrow. So what's that do here? This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Cool. Let's do the Crushing Hammer, try to go for that. Does not work. Okay, so I will use the Versus Seeker instead for the Team Flare Grunt. So we might have one more Bunnelby in our deck somewhere. Let's find out. Let's first get rid of that card on their Wobbuffet. And let's look at our discard pile, see what we have. Do we have another Bunnelby somewhere? We do not. Alright, so let's try to use the level ball. Hopefully it's not in our prizes. And it's not. Awesome. Another Bunnelby in our bench. There we go. And we can't attack, so I'm not going to use the Escape Rope. That's all we can do. That brings them down to 6 cards after this draw. So close to under 4. See what they end up doing. But our strategy are very poor, so I don't know. Let's see if they have a switch or an escape rope or something. Nope, that is it. Brings them down to 6. Alright, so we've got a Trainer's Mail. Let's get some energies. Come on, what do we have? Professor's Letter or something? Alright, so Tierno. I'll take it. Let's draw 3 more. Professor's Letter. There it is. Last 2 energies in our deck. Ends up being a Steel Energy and the Leaf Energy. So let's go ahead and feed the Bunnelby some Steel. Let's go ahead and use the Enhanced Hammers, because I have 3 of them now, so let's try to get rid of them. We'll get rid of that dangerous energy out there and start digging. So it's going to bring them down to 4 cards after this turn, and then at the beginning of their turn, with their draw, it's going to bring them down to 3. So that is less turns than they need to actually get the last 4 prizes or to knock out all of our Bunnelbys. So I think we have this, Brokettes. Alright, so let's go ahead and feed the other Bunnelby we have out here. Save the Versus Seeker and dig some more. And you know what? I am going to reply to them. My strategy are very poor. There we go. So they're going to do an energy retrieval. And that'll get them 2 more energy cards, so they'll be able to attack this turn. After they feed the Wobbuffet. There it is. And the Psychic Assault for 20 damage, which gets us 2 more cards. And he says yes. He says yes. Ha 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 ha. Alright, so it looks like we're having fun now. Let's go and end our turn, and that'll do it. That will get us the win, Brokettes, with our very poor strategy. So we were able to pull off 2 wins today, which is awesome. So what's our prize from the wheel? We've got 10 coins and the bonus one. Finish that off. All right, let's head on into our collection and our booster packs. There it is. We've got still have several Ancient Origins that we can end up opening up, and I've got more that I've earned from a couple of tournament matches. We have 2 tournament tickets at the moment, so I do have to play some more matches to try to get more, but let's see what we have here. We do end up drawing a Lysander, reverse hollow Lysander. Beautiful. So I may end up actually putting that in our deck. How many do we have? Will it tell me? We've got 1, so yeah, I'll definitely put that in my deck. And a Krokorok. Let's open up 2 more. Magikarp, always awesome. Lucky Helmet. Reverse hollow Virizion. If you have more prize cards left than your opponent, this attack does 80 more damage. And the bailout does put 2 Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. And the Gyarados. Berserker Splash does 80 damage. This does 10 more damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Aqua Tail does 90 flip coin for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. It can definitely do some damage, but it is an expensive attack. It does take 4. So let's open up 1 more booster pack here. We get the Faded Town, 2 of them. This one is a reverse hollow Faded Town. And a Goodra, which I think we do have a couple of those already, although this is a regular hollow in the background. It's a little hard to see, but in the background of the artwork, you can see it's a little bit hollow. And that actually will do it for our booster packs this week, Brokats, and the Let's Play. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the Reasons I'm Broke logo at the top right-hand corner of the screen. And that will get you, again, future Let's Plays and the podcast every single week. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at ReasonsI'mBroke and on Facebook.com/TheReasonsI'mBroke. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.